Hello and thanks for joining us on the first edition of Journalist Hangout. This week, I'm Ayodele Ozubakun. Today on the program, last-minute twists in Senate presidency contest as Gbajabiamila's supporters are sure of victory. This will be the focus of our discussion on the program as Nigeria awaits the inauguration of the Night Assembly and the new principal officers. Also, the Director General of Femi Gbajabiamila campaign team will be joining us in the course of the program to talk more on this. I'll be hanging out with Babajide Kolade Otitoju and Wale Adeoye. So if you are ready, let the hangout start now. Thanks for joining us. The 2019 general election has come and gone, but the last stage in the electoral process is just about to be concluded. After inauguration of the president and the deputy for the second time in office on May the 29th, Nigerians are waiting with bated breath to know the new leadership of the Ninth National Assembly when it is inaugurated on Tuesday, that's tomorrow. In less than 24 hours, the lawmakers will, upon inauguration, elect the number 3 and number 4, number 5, and number 6 man for the country. As it is, the contestant for the positions for the Senate President and the Deputy, the Speaker of the House of Representatives and his Deputy are involved in last-minute moves to clinch victory. However, supporters of APC's choice for the next Speaker, Femi Gbajabiamila, are confident that the Lagos lawmaker will win the race. But before we start, let us give you the verdict of Babajide on the ambition of Senator Danjuma Goje to become the Senate President when it came up for discussion on the 27th of May this year.
Goje, who we had was the choice of the governors, has not come out to campaign to anyone. He has not granted any interview. He's just there appearing to sponsor people to believe that, he's good enough for the job. But we don't see him come out to say, look, I'm interested. Whereas there's an Ali Ndume, who is interested, he has not hidden his interest. 2015 can only happen if Goje gets in the race. Goje, from the beginning, had wanted to contest along with the current Deputy Senate President, But, the EFCC appealed his matter the other day. So I think he's more concerned about the fact that if that case goes against him and the Senate President, he could be jailed. So he's weighing his options. He's not coming out to let us know. Goje will have been a much more formidable opponent, than Ndume, because he will be more acceptable to the governors, being one of them and all that, being a former governor and all that, and he's a much more elderly person, and he has a calm disposition compared to Ndume. So this is the thing, but be that as it may, since he's not coming out openly to say that he wants to contest, I sense that he may eventually not contest at the end of the day.
That was Babajide Kolade Otitoju earlier in May talking about this race. Jide, officially, Senator Danjuma Goje pulled out of the race last week after meeting with some of his, the president, and that meeting was said to have been brokered by Nasiru El-Rufai, that's the Kaduna State governor. But a lot of Nigerians, it is not his dropping out from the race that matters right now, but as they always depend on us to give them the truth on this program, a lot of Nigerians are now saying that, how come 24 hours after EFCC are talking about, reassigning his case, or that the Attorney General handing over the matter to the Attorney General of what is happening? A lot of Nigerians are not clear. Was that the term of negotiation? Did Goje tell El-Rufai that, look, this thing that is dangling, as you said earlier on the program, that is more concerned about this EFCC case?
I knew he would not contest. Sometimes it makes no sense to be extremely definitive. But I knew he would not contest. I knew that I was worried about his matter with the EFCC. And out of the 17-count charge, the judge ruled that he had a case to answer in 3. So it was not good enough for him to jubilate about, because out of the 3-count charge, he could still be jailed. So he was more worried about that than anything else. What was the point in becoming a Senate president and facing the kind of embarrassment that Bukola Saraki faced in the course of his tenure, going to court, going to the tribunal, the
Code of Conduct
Tribunal and all that. So Goje was more interested in the fact that, look, I am in court with the EFCC. How do I get out of this? And look, we are not at the meeting. We do not know what the president said. But Goje would be a fool to not want to have concrete assurances, you know? And who is the person who can give you concrete assurance, if not the president? So, you know, if you have the meeting, it is the president that can go before and say, Mr. President, I'm assuring you I'm not contesting. Because that's the #1 citizen. And it's going to be for the president to say he's not contesting. If the Justice Ministry or the EFCC now decide they want to go for a political solution, that is up to them. The Buhari that I know will not directly commit himself to that kind of arrangement. But it is possible for the people who work with him. Because sometimes the president's attitude of sticking to principle can even hurt the chances of members of his political party. So others will tell themselves, look, what do we do? After Obasanjo entered the Nole prosecute for his relation the other day, and they will say, why not us? This is a very useful member of our party. So it has not reached the point of Nole prosecute. We wait to see what
becomes of that case.
What the Justice Minister will do. We wait to see that. But if it goes along that line, then it will give credibility to some of what people had been saying, that he actually went before the president to negotiate that, look, I'm going to play the role of a good boy. I'm not going to contest against the choice of the party. But the party can make me happy still. So that is what people will say. We are not there. So we have to be careful about what we say. But these things happen in politics. They happen in politics. People would give the best support that they can give to one of their own. And Goje is in a kind of potentially embarrassing situation, you know. They may not even, you see, when Nigerians say, oh, the president will order that they should stop, I just laugh. The case may be there and you won't even know that the case is on even for 5 years. I know cases, corruption cases that have been there for so long.
Class of 1999, some of them still have their cases.
You know, and the case will go on and on and on until the rest of us forget. So this is the thing.
Mr. Adeoye, now looking at going to the race proper now, it's as if Ahmed Lawal has been is gathering momentum, and he has gathered that momentum to the extent that it has cut across even APC. He has cultivated even his colleagues within the People's Democratic Party. Yeah. I saw his recent meeting with some of them and everything. And barring any upsets, it will be safe to say that he's likely to emerge as the Senate president if anything does not happen in the next 24 hours. And my own problem is the pattern of voting, the secret ballot system. Yeah. Because it's possible for you to endorse your signature, possible for you to address all the press conferences, attend with that particular person. But when you are doing the voting proper, it is a secret ballot system. So anything can still happen in that race tomorrow.
Well, I think what we are seeing is far better than what we had in 2015, when we had intra-party treachery and betrayal by a section of the APC that produced the Senate president overnight. But I think in this case, I think the APC seems to have learned from history. You could see that a lot of negotiation is going into the process. And the APC has succeeded in reducing the number of people that are contesting to narrow it down. And I was excited when I noticed that Lawan was meeting with people in PDP. That shows that a lot of negotiation is going on, or trading. But then to look at Lawan as a person, I think he's one of the most experienced in the National Assembly. He's been there since 1999. First, he was in the House of Rep, and then later, he became a senator. So when you are talking about experience, the positions he had handled in the Senate, I think he deserves that position. And also when you look at his education, he's somebody who's well educated. He's schooled in ABU, University of Maiduguri, ABU then. He also had a PhD in remote sensing. So we are
Geography.
He read geography then,
specialized in remote sensing.
Yes, PhD level. So, and he's been in that parliament since 1999. And to a large extent, he has been consistent, from the difficult times when they were fighting the PDP and all, he didn't decamp. So I think such a person is most likely to have some level of discipline. So I think we are most likely to have a parliament that will be far better than what we had in the past in terms of the quality of the leadership. So from what we can see today, Lawan has greater opportunity of emerging as the Senate president, in the next few hours.
Okay, let me quickly take this breather. When we come back, we discuss more. Please don't go away. It's still Journalist Hangouts. Welcome back. This is Journalist Hangout, and we have the Director General of Femi Gbajabiamila Campaign Organization in our Abuja studio waiting for us, Honorable Abdul Mumin Jibril. Thank you for joining us. Okay, it's not ready. It's not ready. All right, Babajide, looking at the House of Representatives, this race is somehow complex, but Femi Gbajabiamila has worked so hard. He has moved around, and I was so impressed by the time I saw him even with PDP governors. And there are some even the former Speaker of Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly is one of the his legmen that is governizing the South. The last time I saw even Governor of River State, Governor Yikson Wike, endorsing him that this has nothing to do with political party, that this man is competent and he can do the job. With that, I see like a silver lining for Femi Gbajabiamila.
Yeah, it remains the candidate to beat. No doubt about it. The contest in the House of Reps is a very complex one. It's not going to be easy. From the first day, it's not been easy. And I know that Gbajabiamila's handlers also realize this, and they are not taking chances at all. They are working hard. They are working around the clock to ensure that victory is delivered to their candidate. So, because they know that it's not going to be easy. The more candidates you have in the race, the more difficult it is. So they are working hard, and hopefully they will get what they've worked hard for.
Okay, I have Honorable Abdul Mumin Jibril in our Abuja studio here. He's ready now. Hello, Honorable.
Yes. Hello,
Thank you for joining us. Now,
thank you so much.
We've noted on this program, the People's Democratic Party, they've been very quiet about what they are going to do, or the direction they are going to go on this race. But with the complex composition of the House of Representatives, somebody was telling me that if anybody is going to decide who becomes the Speaker, that Yakubu Dogara is going to have a big influence in whoever becomes the speaker. What have you done to reach out to the PDP honorables?
Well, it is not true that he will have an overwhelming influence over the process, but you will not overrule the reality that having been speaker for 4 years, he will have some kind of influence. But if he does have that kind of influence, in the first place, he would have been put forward by the PDP as a party to stand as a speaker, because he has been speaker for about a year from the minority party. So nothing would have been strange. Or he would have been put forward by the PDP caucus in the House, or put forward by his inner clique. So the whole of this three segment of people who would have, segment of structure who would have put him forward, they didn't. So I do not believe that he has such an overwhelming influence over the process. And well, the reality of the matter is that we have few hours to election. We've done our very best. We are very certain we have the numbers, we have the figures. We've continued to talk to the opposition. We've also announced to you that 60 members have signed, and they were courageous enough to release a press statement yesterday, and their names are all in public domain. They are largely of the PDP and other opposition party. Then also yesterday we got endorsement from the Southeastern Caucus led by Honorable Patrick Asadu. And the combination of all that makes us very comfortable that we got quite a good number from PDP. But make no mistake, it is not, let me make this point. We should not have the conversation as if it is a necessity that we need the votes of the opposition party to win. The way we've guided our votes this time around as APC, as a family, if we are able to hold our hands together strongly, which I'm sure we will, to tomorrow morning, even within the APC, we'll be able to win our election comfortably.
That is the irony of what you're saying.
Members.
The irony of what you're telling us is that we have a certain Honorable Bago within the All Progressive Congress, and is also pulling his weight.
Well, what weight is he pulling? Maybe you will help to educate me on that. For us who actually understand what's going on, he's not pulling any weight. He hasn't come on television like this to speak to you, to tell you the kind of reforms he can do as a speaker. And if you really want to understand how, let me be a bit, maybe if I will be a bit harsh, how empty he is, try to get him to a live program like this and have a conversation with him for an hour. Then I am sure that Nigerians will realize that someone has deceived them in the last 3 months that he has been campaigning. But again, I don't want to waste my energy discussing that. The most important thing is that we should also know that 181 wins the election. And so
181.
Anybody who wants to win the election will have to get 42 from APC and try to get another 40 from wherever he is going to get it. He needs about 88 votes to be able to win if you are not sponsored by the APC. We've done all that analysis, and it's practically impossible. And one thing I can guarantee you is that we will continue to negotiate until tomorrow on the floor of the House. But again, substantially, we have numbers in the PDP, which is now going to be a buffer for us, an extra measure to ensure that we are not taken by surprise.
Roger.
Okay. What did you say to the PDP members that got them to want to give their support to your man? What did you promise them? Did you promise them chairmanship positions?
Coincidentally, first of all, they all appreciated the fact that Femi is the most suitable candidate at the moment, the most competent, the most qualified in the entire National Assembly. People have asked me, including myself. I said, yes, including myself. He is more competent at the moment. And they all appreciated that reality, that we need a strong leader. We need a leader that will bring about the kind of reforms that we need at the moment in the House of Representatives. We need a speaker that can work harmoniously with the executive in the interest of the country. First, that is their priority. Then on the issue of giving responsibility, which are committees, yes, indeed, we gave out committees. about 60 of them. We also seeded some portion of committees that we intend to give to the opposition party. So we handed it over to these gentlemen that are ready to work with us. So we gave them about 60 slots of a combination of committee chairman and of course deputy committee chairman. So by so doing, it is not only given to them because we needed their votes. It is given to them because the speaker and his deputy to be, Honorable Uwase, have made a commitment and they have a faith in that idea of running an all-inclusive house. So the major reason why that is done is to ensure that the house carries along everyone. And so you can never in this kind of election say everybody will be with you. And the other part of the PDP that are not working with us, we're still talking with them, and we want to see where it takes us to.
Honorable, are you not in any way perturbed that this is going to be a secret ballot system? Some people will actually give you their signature, they will attend all the press conferences with you, but the last minute when they are about to cast their vote, they are going to cast their vote for another candidate. Are you not in any way disturbed by this mode of voting?
That is also a possibility. But the reality of the matter is that we've made it very clear that we are comfortable with any voting pattern, whether it is secret voting or whether it is open voting system. The only thing is that we keep saying that the National Assembly is not a secret cult. So everything should be transparent. But we are not bothered is the least of our concern. Whether you take the secret ballot, we will win. Whether you take the open ballot system, we will win at the end of the day. But also you should know that we've learned a lesson from what happened in 2015, and we've taken certain measures within ourselves. We all agree that we need to take certain measures and counter measures to be able to check and be able to know the pattern of voting. So every individual have a responsibility to also conduct his choice of voting in a way that at the end of the day, one can be able to double check and know that he voted A or B.
Honorable Mumin, just hold on, hold your breath. We have to pay this bill. When we come back, we'll talk more from where we stopped. Please stay with us. Welcome back. This is Journalist Hangout, and we are counting down to the inauguration of the Night Assembly. Tomorrow at 10 a.m., both houses of the National Assembly, that's the Senate and the House of Representatives, will be choosing their principal officer. Basically, Mr. Wale, you want to engage the DG?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Wale,
ask him your question.
Yeah. Tonight is going to be decisive for you. What new thing, what new game changer did you have, tonight? What new thing do you want to do tonight to strengthen your ability to win?
Well, traditionally in the National Assembly election, a day to the election, every good candidate or campaign team know that they've screwed all the necessary knots, block all the loopholes, and take all necessary measures that they are supposed to take to win the election. But of course, we have two very important meetings again today, one by 8 p.m. and another one by 10 o'clock. These meetings are going to be used for our own housekeeping, trying to review everything we've done, trying to review all the numbers that we've had. We have a good organization. We've reduced our members into cells. And I can discuss this conveniently today because tomorrow is the election day. And every cell has a leader of that particular cell of equal numbers of each of these cells. And our situation room is getting a report on these cells every hour. And this will continue until the election moment, until we get to the floor of the House, until every member votes. And it is the responsibility of each of these cells to return their votes immediately they finish voting, to come back and give a report of how the voting goes. I'm just giving you an instance, and this is not the only measure we've taken. And as I've said, we've taken measures and countermeasures, measures and countermeasures. And at the event, particularly the last one tonight, we're expecting that, of course, the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker will marshal out to members what they need, what they want to do, the changes they are going to bring about, the vision that they have for the National the Assembly, to ensure that we continue to discharge our functions effectively and efficiently. Of course, he's going to address a lot of issues tonight, and we're expecting a lot more. Even though we have the numbers, we're expecting a lot more of endorsements, more members coming into our fold, because it has become and continue to show increasingly that Femi is going to win the election by tomorrow, and not only winning the election landslide.
Before I allow you go,
these are the chains of events that are.
Before I let you go, in 2015, he lost by 8 votes, and
yes,
you've given us this analysis of blocking the loopholes and everything. So, and you're talking about a landslide right now. At the end of the day tomorrow, if Femi Gbajabiamila does not emerge as the Speaker of the House of Representatives, what will be your reaction after doing all this homework?
He is going to emerge. He is going to emerge. So it is not even by the grace of God, he is going to be the Speaker, and as I've continued to say, he is going to be the best Speaker the House of Representatives ever had. We've done all our homework. We know our opponents very, very well. And also, in conclusion, let me also say this, because you've indicated our believing now. In 2015, we actually lost with 8 votes. Why did we lose with the 8 votes? Because the APC wasn't poaching members of the PDP. So we just sat and assumed that we have the strength to be able to win. Now we have even more additional numbers to win the election. But what we've done, we've gone aggressively into the PDP territory. So if you are taking one, remember I keep saying it, if they take one of our members, we'll take 3 of their members. And that is what is actually happening at the moment. So it is so difficult for them to be able to muster the numbers to win the election. It will be an effort in futility.
Thank you, Honorable.
I
wish you the best of luck. By this time tomorrow, we'll know if we are going to celebrate with you, or we are going to do a post-mortem on how you lost. So we wish you the best of luck. Babajide, the most important thing here, the one thing that
so much. Babajide, I look forward to a phone call tomorrow.
Okay.
Let a call and congratulate me.
Okay, the kind of phone call that the president got from good Lord Jonathan.
But you're not a candidate.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, Babajide, the National Assembly election has turned into another thing entirely. We've seen, in this campaign, I've seen Femi Gbajabiamila going from one state to another, Ahmed Lawal going from one state to another, doing live telecasts, paying television stations to do live telecasts, to tell Nigerians directly. It's not even looking like a parliamentary election again. It has now assumed, a different dimension than the way it used to be.
That's the way it should be. The rest of us should be interested in who becomes the principal officers. We have to be involved. We have to be able to talk to our representatives that, look, how do you see this person? And the press should be able to lead the way in helping the National Assembly members to take the right decision. Because we are in position to evaluate the candidates and be able to say, this is the person who will do the best job. Because it's done in other climes. You see a newspaper house who will do an editorial.
They'll take a position.
They will take a position and say, look, this is our position with this person is the best for the job of president. And
they'll stick to it.
Yes. So if at this point we know the candidates very well, there's no doubt about it that when you look at them, you look at Gbajabiamila as a person. Gbajabiamila clearly towards above the people who are contesting against him. Let's tell ourselves the truth. He towers above them. You can barely remember the name of the other contestants.
Yeah.
Yes.
Honestly.
If you remember
Another popular
if
one
you
that
remember
I
one name,
is,
you will not remember the
his
other.
deputy.
That was the person
that you
that
said
we
was
thought could defeat him.
Yes.
But eventually they got him
teamed
to
up
come to their side, which is the essence of politics. Politics is an inclusive sport. Yeah. You have to get more and more people to your side. That's the only guarantee for victory. Saying that, oh, the national chairman of the APC saying that they will not give PDP chairmanship position. I said it on this program that they will not listen to him. We just confirmed now that 60 chairmanship positions have been given out. They will give them.
To make sure they win.
Yes, because you need them to win. You can't, it's easy to say, oh, we have a majority. What the APC has in both chambers is a simple majority. It's not an overwhelming majority. Yeah. And when you have a simple majority, it is no guarantee of victory because some of your own supporters or some of your own members could actually go to vote for someone else. So you have to do a lot of horse trading. And these are politicians, professional politicians, and they're also being guided by senior politicians within their party. So they are telling them what to do to ensure that victory comes their way. And I'm happy that they've gone ahead to reach out to the opposition and offer them juicy positions that will make them vote for the candidate of, the candidate that they are backing.
My producer is just telling me now, we have Dr. Shola Jimoh on the line. Shola Jimoh is a member of the All Progressive Congress and is a supporter of Senator Ali Ndume. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, my dear.
The APC structure, the presidency, and from day one, they've made it known and clear that Ahmed Lawal is a candidate of the All Progressive Congress, and Ali Ndume is still saying, I'm not going to step down for anybody. So, what are the chances of Ali Ndume tomorrow?
Very bright.
Okay, go ahead. Tell us. Yeah. What makes it bright?
Why do you think he will win?
Very, very bright, because the business of who becomes the Senate president is entirely that of the Senate. And they have been in this business for a long time now. So the calculation is not going to be outside of the Senate.
Are you in partnership with the People's Democratic Party?
No, it's not about political. We're talking about Dume, and that's the person that I'm supporting to be the next Senate president.
So however you get it.
And his chances is very bright. He has the experience. He has the resume to showcase. He has showed interest, and he said he will drive it to the logical conclusion. And he's doing his calculation within the House, not outside, within the Senate.
What is he going to do differently? What is Ndume going to do differently? What is his selling point? What is he telling his colleagues?
His selling point is the independence of the Senate. He's not going to be a rubber stamp Senate president.
Oh.
He's going to be the Senate president of Nigeria.
Like a repeat of the 8th Assembly.
He's going to do his oversight function independently. It's not going to be another arm of or an extension of presidency or an extension of the political party.
Okay.
Election has come and gone. The next stage is to govern.
So
the independence of the legislation is very clear, so that they can all work together. If there are areas where they have to cooperate with the president, they will cooperate. In fact, they need to cooperate. But that is not to say that the party will choose who becomes the president, or the presidency will choose who becomes the Senate president.
So who
becomes the Senate president is entirely the business of those who have been elected.
So you sense that his rival is a much more pliable person who is likely to be a rubber stamp of the executive? Is that how you think?
It's very clear, because what he's doing is that he's playing the politics outside of this is not a national election. You play national election outside of the Senate, but this is Senate election. You are guided by the rule of the Senate, and then the political calculation and the calculus is within the Senate.
Are you not in any way disturbed that it doesn't have the blessing of its political party and it doesn't have the blessing of the executive, which might not be necessary, so to say, but its political party, the vehicle,
it's an asset.
the vehicle in which it became a senator?
Apart from the blessing of God, which is universal, what you need to contest an election is the blessing of your constituents, which he has won. He is a senator, as we speak, elected by people. He got their blessing. Now, this election is entirely the business of Senate. He has gotten there. If he didn't have the blessing of the majority of them, he will not continue this business. So the blessing of the party is not necessary. It's not necessary.
Well, the different caucuses.
The party don't go to vote. The chairman of the party is not going to vote. The president is not going to vote.
But the different caucuses within the senators elect are refusing to publicly endorse him. Where does this leave his chances?
It's not a public election. It is a secret ballot. As I will tell.
So you are confident that a big surprise will happen tomorrow?
Well, you will see tomorrow. 100%.
I will see. Okay.
Yes.
I'm eager to see.
I can assure you.
Are you?
You will be surprised. You will be surprised tomorrow.
Will you agree that independence of the Senate does not necessarily mean quality leadership? You can be dependent. At the end of the day, you may not meet the aspirations of Nigerians.
You cannot. If it's not necessary, then we will not be talking about it. The independence of the three arms of government is very important.
Well, but that does not automatically mean that will produce.
That's why we have separation of power now.
Okay.
That is, it's work for democracy. They have to be independent. They have to be level of independence.
Okay.
Thank you, Doctor.
Dr. Shola Jimoh, thank you so much. You brought another dimension to this discussion.
Yes.
And I wish Senator Ali Ndume the best of luck ahead of tomorrow's election. So we'll be here tomorrow by 5 p.m. to come and do a post-mortem. How he won or how he lost.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Another area, Ojuzo Kalu is hell-bent. I read it on the pages of newspaper that Arewa youths, some emirs, they've endorsed him as for the position of the Senate Deputy Senate President. But yesterday, I read from the party, the position of the party is that Senator Omo Agege has been endorsed as the Deputy Senate President to run with Ahmed Lawal.
Well, I don't know, but one thing is clear. The contest is between the South-South and the South-East. There is Senator James Manager. He's very charismatic.
Delta?
Yes, very charismatic. He's been in the Senate. He's been in the Senate since inception of this Senate. So, and of course, Ojuzo Kalu and other people who contest. But at the end of the day, it is the candidate that his people respect the most, that is most popular among his colleagues. I don't know how popular Agege is with his colleagues. After the maize snatching incident for which he was blamed, he was accused of leading thugs to desecrate the National Assembly. So I don't know if his sins have been forgiven, because many of the members that thing happened before their Korokoro eyes, they are still in the Senate. And they will play a part in voting. Some of them were beaten, brushed aside, So he is useful, he's loyal. But I don't think every loyal party member can be rewarded with the position of DSP. I know, again, that the former Deputy Senate President is also interested in becoming the majority leader. His plan was to contest on the same ticket with Goje, but that has not worked. And many of his colleagues in the PDP, they don't appear to trust him anymore.
Okay.
Because they are thinking, this person, he can easily move to the ruling party and all that. You know, he's been winking at the APC for some time, you know. They're making eyes to them.
Okay, you want to become I think, minority, not majority.
Now,
okay,
because clearly he was supposed to contest with Goje.
Okay,
and that's not happening anymore. So he's interested in the minority leader now. But his own people are not confident enough to give him that position.
I have another caller. Doctor, thank you for joining us.
Hello, thank you, Mr. Ayo.
You know, sir.
Okay.
Yes, what do you expect tomorrow ahead of the National Assembly election?
We are expecting Amelon to emerge as a Senate president.
Sorry?
Which all the senators have already adopted him.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Which all the senators have adopted him. And I want to thank Babajide for his prediction. He already predicted that Danjuma Goje is going to step down. He's not going to contest, which has already materialized. And I'm going to assure you that Amelon is going to emerge. The reason is that if you see the movement, he has already tried to lead the opposition to seek for their support. He has already abandoned Adam Oshomole. He said that we shouldn't contest. A PDP senator should not get any chairmanship committee. So we thank him for reaching out to them. So by God's grace, tomorrow we are hoping Amelon is going to emerge. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir. Because what Ejide said earlier, you know, we were saying this thing that because Oshomole was saying, we are not going to share any committee position with any political party. We are not going to give them anything. Now that the DG has confirmed it, that 60 positions, you know, for the House of Rep level, and I know Ahmed Lawal has been meeting with a lot of PDP senators.
Yes.
Do you understand? I think this
Ahmed Lawal was the first to say that
to reach out,
make concessions to them.
Yes, Wale, I think this is wisdom.
It's a well-coordinated campaign from what I've seen. They've taken their time, you know, to work out with a very good strategy. So I think they are in a better position to win. And I also feel that organizational discipline is more important. Because when people are saying that you want to be independent, fine, you want to be independent, but then there must be some level of respect for caucuses in political parties. Because that's the problem we usually have. When people do not emerge out of organizational position, they come out, they want to, you know, begin to fight, and then you discover that there's going to be a lot of conflict that will affect, on the long run, you know, stability of the whole process. So I hope that at the end of the day, you know, things will just get straightened out, and we are going to have the best tomorrow.
Julie, let's go to that segment that we could always recall. Tomorrow, the House of Representatives. What do you expect, and who do you expect to emerge?
I expect Gbajabiamila to win. I can project that Gbajabiamila will win on the basis of the energy that his campaign team has put into this process. People like Faleke, if you look at them now, they've lost weight. You know, they've lost weight, not the manner in which the IG lost weight. But they've lost weight because they've been working day and night and hardly finding sleep. For me to get Abdulmumin to come on this show, I had to literally drag him out of a meeting. And we were almost quarreling over it. Look, come and talk to us. Let's see what will happen tomorrow. Come and project what will happen tomorrow.
And he
reluctantly agreed. Up to 3 minutes to the show. We were still dragging this matter, you know, as that Nigerian English. We are still dragging the matter, you know. So they've been working hard. Fortune favors the daring. I'm confident that because they've invested so much energy into this project, that Gbajabiamila will win. As for Ahmed Lawan, from day one, I have fancied his chances of winning. I've predicted from the first day that Ahmed Lawan will win. Whatever happens, I'm not going to change my mind. I still believe that Ahmed Lawan will carry the day. In fact, it will be easier for Ahmed Lawan to win than for Femi Gbajabiamila to win. That has always been my position, and I'm not about to change.
Taufik is calling us from Oshobo. Thank you for joining us. You'll be our last caller.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, go ahead with your contribution.
Well, I appreciate you guys' deliberation on this issue of the members of the Senate and the House of Rep. As a matter of fact, I believe the APC this time around, they have learned their lesson from 2015. That's why you can see issue that's internal, it might become as external. Seeing them going around as if we are campaigning for the presidency, see them going around all the states. That means they learned their lesson. It's a very good one. And for the issue of Oshomola, please, it is the chairman, I believe we should take it as political language. At times, you may want to deceive the gathering. Push a word across that you can see how they will pose with the pawns in the chase game. Just have a lovely day. Thank you.
Thank you, Taufik. Your predictions for both houses?
Certainly the candidates that have worked, so hard, visibly we can see what they have been doing. I think it's most likely that they are going to emerge the winner. And I tip Lawan and Gbajabiamila. I will be surprised if anything negative happens. Yeah.
So we are not expecting any upsets from
not
both houses
expect
tomorrow.
No, it's not going to happen. An upset will not happen. This is not a contest. This is not the second leg of the Champions League match between Tottenham and Ajax. When Tottenham snatched defeat
between Liverpool and
at the last minute in the Amsterdam Arena. This is not Amsterdam Arena. It is the National Assembly of Nigeria. And the duo of Ahmed Lawan and Femi Gbajabiamila will carry the day.
All right, Babajide, we are going to have 90 minutes with our viewers on Wednesday. That's our June 12th special. Yeah. And the last time we had it, I think it was last year, on Wednesday.
Yes.
Last year, a lot of they've been looking forward to it. And some people they've even told us that we have to take it out of Lagos. Yeah. I'm sure the next one might be out of Lagos.
So much to talk about.
So much to talk about. 90 minutes on Wednesday, June 12th.
Yeah, it's always a thing of joy to have that special edition. We had wanted to go to Abuja to do it, but the plan didn't work out. Hopefully on October 1, we'll be in Abuja for the Independence Day celebration, special edition of Journalists Hangout. And this one, we are prepared for it. I'm sure that our viewers are up for it. From 4 o'clock, we will be on
4
air.
o'clock?
Yes, from 4 o'clock. That's the promo that is out. That's what it is. So from 4 o'clock, we'll be talking about all things good about Nigeria, all things that can guarantee the progress of our country.
You have to catch us live June 12th. Wale, normally all our other resource people, we invite them and we expect live people in the studio. We're even very, very mindful so that we will not have, the studio to be overcrowded. And I want to thank you.
There's always space for overflow.
Overflow outside. So if you want to see Babajide Kolade Otitoju live, as a lot of you desire to see him, you can come and take snapshot with him that day on Wednesday. And all our resource people, if you want to see them, you can catch them June 12th, a special edition, Democracy Day, of special edition of Journalist Hangout. And that's our offering today. Thank you so much, Wale Adeoye. Thank you for being part of the program and the maestro himself, Babajide Kolade Otitoju. So thank you so much, and tomorrow we'll be with you. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. You can also watch Journalist Hangout on our platforms, showing on the screen. We're also on YouTube, youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. Our feedback channel is Journalist Hangout at tvcnews.tv. I'm Ayodele Ozubakun. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.